The scream echoed through the marble-floored penthouse like a siren in a storm, sharp and desperate, cutting Liam Harrington's boardroom daydream short even from 30 floors below. He bolted from his corner office at Harrington Enterprises, the city's most ruthless real estate empire, heart slamming against his ribs as the elevator doors spat him out into chaos. Another nanny fleeing, her heels skidding on the polished floors, mascara-streaked face twisted in defeat. "They're demons," she wailed to the doorman, clutching her purse like a shield, leaving behind a trail of scattered sippy cups and the faint scent of baby powder mixed with regret. Liam's jaw clenched as he stormed into the nursery, where his triplets, Finn, Milo, and Theo, sat innocently amid the wreckage they'd wrought. Overturned bins of blocks spilling like colorful lava across the rug, a half-eaten apple core dangling from the ceiling fan they'd somehow rigged to spin it like a deranged piñata. At 5 years old, they were whirlwinds of red curls and freckles, each a mirror of their late mother, Elena, whose sudden car accident 2 years ago had left Liam a widowed titan, drowning in grief and board meetings while his boys turned the Upper East Side skyline into their personal battlefield. No nanny lasted more than a morning. Agencies had blacklisted him, whispering about Harrington hellions over martinis in midtown bars. "Boys," Liam growled, rubbing his temples, his tailored Brooks Brothers suit rumpled from the sprint. "What did I tell you about the nice ladies?" Finn, the ringleader with Elena's defiant spark in his eyes, crossed his arms and kicked a stuffed bear toward his father's Italian loafers. "She said we were brats, Daddy." Like last time, Milo nodded solemnly, while Theo, the quiet storm, just stared at the floor, clutching a crumpled drawing of a family that looked more like stick figures lost at sea. Liam sighed, the weight of it all pressing down like the Manhattan traffic he'd dodged to get here. He was 35, Forbes' youngest self-made billionaire since Zuckerberg, but fatherhood had cracked his armor wide open. Elena had been the glue, the soft one who baked cookies at midnight and whispered lullabies in Spanish she'd learned from her abuela. Without her, Liam was a ghost in his own life, outsourcing love to strangers who bolted at the first tantrum. He scooped up Theo, who buried his face in Liam's neck, and herded the others toward the floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Central Park's autumn blaze. "We'll find someone tougher," he promised, though doubt gnawed at him. "Someone who won't run," the agency called that afternoon with a Hail Mary. Ryan Ellis, 28, no formal credentials but glowing references from a Brooklyn co-op daycare where he'd tamed feral toddlers with jazz records and empathy. Gay, single, with a laugh like summer thunder in his demo video. Liam hesitated. His conservative board already side-eyed his modern parenting, but desperation won. "Send him tomorrow. And pray." Ryan arrived at dawn the next day, the October chill nipping at his flannel-lined denim jacket as he rode the private elevator up to the clouds. In one hand, a battered tin cookie box from his Nana's recipe, etched with faded hearts. In the other, a resume that screamed underdog, barista by day, aspiring playwright by night, out and proud since 16 in a Rust Belt town that taught him resilience the hard way. He'd seen the ad on a whim, $150K a year to wrangle billionaire brats? Hell, he'd done worse for tips at the coffee shop. But as the doors dinged open to a foyer straight out of Architectural Digest, doubt flickered. This wasn't a co-op. This was a fortress. The butler, Reginald, eyed him like he'd tracked in pigeon shit. "Mr. Harrington is in conference. The boys are contained." Ryan nodded, forcing a grin. "Lead the way, Reg. I've got reinforcements." He rattled the tin for emphasis, the scent of cinnamon and brown sugar wafting like a peace offering. The nursery was a war zone reborn. Toys militarized into barricades. The triplets perched on a velvet ottoman like pint-sized warlords, their green eyes narrowing at the intruder. Finn lobbed a foam ball. It bounced off Ryan's knee. "New meat," Milo sneered, channeling a vocabulary way too advanced for PBS cartoons. Theo just blinked, thumb in mouth, assessing. Ryan didn't flinch. He plopped cross-legged on the rug, ignoring the Armani-level mess, and popped the tin open with a theatrical flourish. "Gentlemen," he said, voice warm as the steam rising from the fresh-baked Odis inside. "I'm Ryan. And I've got a rule. No judgments until you've tried my Nana's cookies. One bite, and we talk strategy." He held out a cookie to Finn, who snatched it suspiciously, then froze mid-crunch, eyes widening like he'd discovered gold doubloons. "Soft," Finn mumbled around crumbs, a miracle in itself. Milo grabbed one next, and Theo toddled over, snatching two. Within minutes, the barricades crumbled. The boys clustered around Ryan like planets to a sun, demanding stories about the cookie witch who baked under full moons. Liam watched from the doorway, arms crossed, expecting the inevitable meltdown. But it didn't come. By noon, the nursery hummed with laughter. Ryan orchestrating a puppet show with socks and shadows, the triplets rapped, their chaos channeled into a makeshift fort of couch cushions. "Who the hell are you?" Liam muttered later, over lukewarm coffee in the sun-drenched kitchen, as Ryan wiped chocolate from Milo's chin. Ryan met his gaze, those hazel eyes steady, flecked with gold like the cookies. "Just a guy who believes in second chances, mister." "Kids aren't demons. They're just screaming for someone to listen." Liam scoffed, but something tugged, a flicker of Elena's warmth in this stranger's easy confidence. "Call me Liam. And good luck lasting the week." That night, as rain lashed the windows and the city lights blurred into neon rivers, Ryan bunked in the guest suite, tin empty on the nightstand. He texted his best friend, "Jax, back in Brooklyn, day one, survived. These kids are gold wrapped in grenades. Boss man, smokin' hot, but walled off like Fort Knox." Jax fired back a string of eggplant emojis. Ryan chuckled, but sleep evaded him. Below, in the master suite, Liam stared at Elena's photo on the mantel, the boy's giggles from dinner echoing in his chest. For the first time in years, the penthouse felt less like a tomb. By week's end, the triplets had dubbed Ryan Cookie Captain, trailing him like ducklings through Central Park jogs and impromptu baking sessions in the industrial kitchen. Liam found excuses to linger, handing off sippy cups, asking about Ryan's unconventional resume. "Playwright? Huh? What's the pitch?" He'd probe over takeout Thai. The boys conked out early for once. Ryan leaned back on the leather sectional, legs stretched, that flannel unbuttoned just enough to hint at the tattoo peeking from his collar, a rainbow infinity loop, inked after his first Pride March. It's called Echoes in the Attic. About a guy who finds his dead lover's letters and realizes love isn't a straight line. It's a loop, messy and eternal. His voice dipped, raw, and Liam shifted, unbidden heat coiling low. Elena had been his straight-line college sweetheart, power couple poster child. But Ryan, he was a curveball, all sharp wit and soft edges, challenging Liam's rigid world. "You're not what I expected," Liam admitted one crisp Saturday, as they bundled the boys into cashmere coats for a zoo outing. Ryan smirked, adjusting Theo's scarf. "Ditto. Suit. Thought you'd be all boardroom bark. No bite." Their fingers brushed electric, accidental, and Liam pulled back, pulse racing. He wasn't blind. Ryan's easy grace, the way he laughed with his whole body, stirred things Liam had buried under grief and ambition. But admitting it, that was a boardroom coup he wasn't ready for. The first crack came mid-month. At a black-tie gala, Liam dragged Ryan to as moral support, with the kids in tow via sitter. Crystal chandeliers dripped light over the plaza's ballroom, power players swirling like sharks in tuxes. Ryan, in a borrowed Tom Ford that hugged his lean frame, stuck out like a punk rock sonnet amid the old money drone. "Schmooze me through this," Liam murmured, handing him a flute of Veuve. Ryan clinked glasses, eyes dancing. "Pretend you're selling me the Brooklyn Bridge. Flatter, deflect, drop a humble brag about the triplets' latest Lego empire." It worked until Victor Langston, Liam's cutthroat rival and Elena's estranged cousin, cornered them by the ice sculpture. Harrington, slumming with the help, Victor sneered, gaze raking Ryan like trash. "Or is this your new flavor?" Elena would roll in her grave. The words landed like shrapnel. Victor's homophobia, a poorly veiled blade from Family Feud's past. Liam's fist clenched, but Ryan stepped forward, cool as the champagne. Flattery from a man who couldn't close a lemonade stand? Charming. "Excuse us while we go win at parenting. Something your portfolio lacks." The crowd tittered. Victor flushed crimson. Liam steered Ryan away, adrenaline buzzing. In the coat-room shadows, he gripped Ryan's arm. "You didn't have to." Ryan cut him off, close enough to taste the mint on his breath. "Yeah, I did. No one's burying you under that bullshit, Liam. Not on my watch." Their eyes locked, the air thick with unsaid wants, until a cough from Reginald shattered it. But the seed was planted, desire, fierce and forbidden, rooting in the fertile soil of shared silences. As November's frost etched the penthouse windows, Ryan's rhythm wove into the Harringtons like thread in a tapestry. Mornings of pancake forts and alphabet songs, afternoons decoding the boys' hieroglyphs of finger paints. Finn's nightmares eased with Ryan's ghost stories turned gentle. Milo's endless questions met with patient Brooklyn lore. Theo's silences filled with ukulele strums that echoed Elena's old guitar. Liam watched it unfold from his home office. Blueprints for a Miami high-rise forgotten as Ryan's laughter filtered through the walls, a balm to wounds he hadn't aired. But intimacy crept in sideways, like the chill seeping under doors. One evening, post-bedtime, Liam found Ryan in the library, curled in an armchair with a dog-eared copy of The Great Gatsby. Legs tucked under him, that tattoo winking from his rolled sleeve. "Escapism?" Liam asked, pouring scotch neat. Ryan marked his page, smirking. "Reality's overrated." "You?" Liam sank opposite, the leather creaking. "Avoiding emails. Victor's sniffing around my Hudson Yards deal. Thinks he can poach it with his daddy's Rolodex." Ryan's brow furrowed. "Genuine. Screw him. You've got the vision. He's got the venom." He leaned forward, elbows on knees, and Liam caught the scent of vanilla from the cookies they'd baked earlier. Innocent, intoxicating. "What's your play?" Their talk meandered. Real estate wars to Ryan's stalled scripts. Grief's jagged edges to Elena's laugh lines. Hours slipped, scotch glasses emptied. When Ryan stretched, yawning, his shirt rode up, revealing a sliver of toned midriff, and Liam's throat went dry. "Stay," he blurted, then cursed himself. "I mean, another chapter." Ryan's gaze softened, seeing the plea beneath. "Sure, boss." But only if you spill. What's the one thing you'd rewrite? Liam hesitated, fingers tracing the tumbler's rim. The accident. Or coming out to Elena sooner. She knew, I think, hinted once after a bad merger party. But I chickened out, hid behind family man armor. The confession hung, vulnerable, and Ryan reached across, hand covering Liam's warm, steady. Hindsight's a bitch. But you're here now, rewriting with these wildlings. That's brave as hell. The touch lingered, electric, until Liam pulled away, heart hammering. Night, Ryan. Alone. He paced, Elena's photo watching. Was this betrayal or rebirth? Down the hall, Ryan texted Jax. Boss opened up. Like, deep. I'm in trouble, the good kind. Jax. Puppy love in penthouses? Write the damn play. The Hudson Yards bid heated up. Victor's sabotage whispers turning to leaks. Blueprints accidentally shared at a Soho lounge. Liam burned midnight oil, snapping at Reginald. The boys sensing the storm and clinging tighter to Ryan. One blustery Tuesday, as snow flurried outside, Finn spiked a fever, his small body racked with coughs that clawed at Liam's gut. Pediatrician on speed dial, but traffic snarled the ambulance. Ryan scooped Finn up, bundling him in the Bentley while Liam barked orders. I've got him, Ryan soothed over the boy's whimpers, rocking him in the leather seat as horns blared below. Shoo, pirate captain, storms passing. At the ER, amid fluorescent buzz and worried parents, Liam paced like a caged wolf while Ryan charmed nurses with triplet tales, distracting Milo and Theo with iPad sketches. Finn stabilized flu, not fate, and as they bundled out at dawn, Liam's hand found Ryan's in the shadowed valet line. You were a rock. Thank you. Ryan squeezed back, thumb brushing knuckles. Team effort. But next time, cookies for the docs. Back home, exhaustion crashed. The boys crashed early, leaving Liam and Ryan in the kitchen, nursing Coco spiked with Kahlua. You scare me, Liam admitted, voice low, steam curling between them. Ryan stilled, mug midway. How? Liam set his down, leaning in, the island a flimsy barrier. Because you make this feel possible. Without her ghost, Ryan's breath hitched, eyes darkening. Liam, I'm not a ghost. I'm here. But only if you are. The kiss ignited slow, tentative. Liam's hand cupping Ryan's jaw, stubble rasping, tasting chocolate and courage. Ryan melted into it, fingers threading Liam's hair, pulling him closer until the world narrowed to heartbeats and heat. They broke apart gasping, foreheads pressed. Fuck, Liam whispered, half laugh, half prayer. Ryan grinned, wicked. My line, but doubt flickered. Liam's world was spotlights and scandals. Ryan's was scripts and sublets. Still, in that stolen moment, fit. Word spread subtly. Victor's spies caught wind, twisting it into ammo. At the next board meeting, murmurs slithered. Harrington's distraction cozying up to the nanny? Liam shut it down, ice in his veins, but the seed of fracture took root. Ryan, oblivious, dove deeper, co-authoring a kid's book with the triplets doodles, pitching it to agents over diner fries. Imagine, triplet troubles, chaos to cookies, he enthused to Liam one night, sprawled on the rug post Storytime, boys snoring nearby. Liam traced Ryan's arm, mesmerized. With you, bestseller, but paradise cracked Thanksgiving week. Elena's family descended, Victor leading the charge. All pearl-clutching aunts and uncles from Connecticut estates, bearing turkey and judgment. The penthouse swelled with forced cheer, crystal goblets clinking, the boys' energy a whirlwind under the crystal chandelier. Ryan played buffer, charming with Nana's pie, but Victor cornered him by the butler's pantry. "Think you're slick, pretty boy, toying with a grieving widower? Elena's rolling over. This is deviant." Ryan's fists balled, but he held fire. "Love's not a toy, Vic. It's the real deal." "Jealous." Victor's laugh was oil slick. "Keep dreaming. I'll bury him in the press. Your little fling the coffin nail." The threat landed, but Ryan swallowed it, emerging with pie slices and a smile. Later, as snow blanketed the park, he confessed to Liam on the balcony, city lights winking below. "Your cousin's a snake. Warned me off." Liam's face hardened, pulling Ryan close against the railing. "He's desperate, losing the bids got him feral. Ignore him." But the kiss that followed was fierce, possessive. Ryan's back to the glass as Liam claimed him, hands roaming under flannel, breaths fogging the cold. "You're mine?" Liam growled, and Ryan arched, whispering, "Prove it." They tumbled to the guest room. Ryan's now theirs in secret, clothes shedding like inhibitions, bodies tangling in sheets that smelled of lavender and longing. Liam mapped Ryan's skin like uncharted skyline, the dip of his collarbone, the constellation of freckles across his chest, the way he gasped Liam's name like a vow. It was raw, reverent. Ryan's nails raking Liam's back, Liam's lips tracing that infinity tattoo, whispering apologies for lost time. Dawn found them spent, limbs entwined, the world outside forgotten. Yet Victor's venom festered. Days later, a tabloid drop. Billionaire bachelor and nanny. Steamy scandal or sham? Blurry photos, balcony embrace, pie flirtations, splashed across page 6. Courtesy of a concerned family source. Liam's phone exploded. Bored fury. Investor jitters. He slammed into the office. Ryan trailing. Face ashen. "It's him," Ryan said flatly. "Victor." Liam nodded, jaw granite. "I'll end it. The deal. Him. Everything." But as he rallied lawyers, Ryan pulled him aside in the foyer, voice cracking. "Don't tank your empire for me. I'm not worth the fallout." Liam cupped his face. Fierce. "Bullshit. You're worth the world." The words sealed it, but doubt lingered. Love in the crosshairs, fragile as fresh snow. December's grip tightened on Manhattan, fairy lights twinkling like defiant stars against the gray, but the Harrington penthouse simmered with siege. Victor's leak snowballed. TMZ ran, "Widower's wicked ways." Paparazzi swarmed the lobby, their flashes like vulture eyes. The triplets, sensing the shift, regressed, Finn hurling blocks at mirrors, Milo hiding under tables, Theo's thumb-sucking a constant. Ryan armored up, channeling chaos into holiday crafts. Gingerbread empires rising from kitchen counters, strings of popcorn garlands draping the grand piano. "Festivus for the rest of us," he'd quip, winking at Liam, but his eyes held shadows. Liam fought on dual fronts. Courtroom salvos against Victor's libel suit, countered with evidence of industrial espionage, and boardroom battles where silver-haired execs droned about image integrity. "This liaison risks the brand," Old Man Hargrove spat, spectacles fogged with disdain. Liam leaned forward, voice steel. "My life isn't a line item. Ryan stays, the Hudson deal closes." Dissenters? Doors that way. 2 resignations later, silence reigned, but the toll etched lines around his eyes. Sleepless nights plotting. Days dodging Elena's family's pleading calls. Come to your senses, Liam. For the boys. Ryan bore it quietly, his playwright's pen scratching feverishly in stolen moments. Echoes evolved, now laced with billionaire shadows and nanny lights, a queer romance amid corporate thorns. One blizzard-bound evening, as the city hunkered down, he read drafts aloud to Liam by the fire, boys tucked in with hot toddies for grown-ups. He kissed him like the skyline was crumbling, because it was, and they were the only anchors left. Liam listened, rapt, then pulled Ryan onto the bearskin rug, the flames dancing on their skin. That's us, he murmured, lips trailing Ryan's throat. Unyielding, their lovemaking was a ritual now, fierce to soothe frayed nerves, tender to mend cracks. Ryan straddled Liam, hands braced on broad shoulders, rocking slow as jazz hummed from the speakers, Coltrane's sax weaving through gasps and groans. I love you, Ryan breathed first, the words tumbling unbidden as climax crested. Liam froze, then surged up, flipping them, burying deep with a shattered God. Ryan, I love you too. It was absolution, a vow etched in sweat and sighs, the outside world a distant roar. But betrayal brewed closer. Reginald, loyal a decade, confessed over tea one afternoon, face crumpling like wet newsprint. Sir, overheard Master Victor. Pressured me for codes. Said it was family duty. Ryan, mid-pie crust roll with the boys. Dropped the pin. Liam's betrayal? No, from a man he'd trusted like kin. You sold us out? Liam thundered later in the study, Reg's shoulders slumping. For what, Victor's scraps? The butler wept, silver hair disheveled. He threatened the boys' trust. Sir. Elena's legacy. I thought. Ryan intervened, hand on Liam's arm. He's human, Liam. Forgive, but fortify. They fired Reg gently, severance, NDA and changed locks, but the wound festered. Trust, that fragile skyline, tilted. Ryan's own ghost surfaced too. A call from his ex, Derek, a silver-tongued director back in Chicago who'd cheated with understudies, leaving Ryan's first script shredded. Heard you're playing house with moneybags, Derek sneered via voicemail. Slumming upward? Ryan deleted it, but insecurity gnawed. Was he just the rebound? The scandal shield? Christmas Eve dawned brittle. The tree groaning under ornaments, the triplets hung lopsided. Liam surprised them with a trip. Private jet to Aspen, escaping the media maw. The chalet nestled in snow-draped pines, crackling hearth mirroring the penthouses. But here, isolation bred honesty. Bundled in parkas, they sled slopes, boys shrieking joy as Ryan towed them uphill, Liam capturing it on his phone, unscripted magic. That night, post-eggnog and elf reruns, the triplets conked out in a puppy pile, and Liam drew Ryan to the hot tub under stars like scattered diamonds. Steam rose in lazy curls as they sank in, naked and unashamed, jets bubbling against bare skin. Marry me, Liam said suddenly, the words bubbling up like the water. Ryan choked on a laugh, splashing. What, after Victor's shitshow? Liam caught his wrist. Serious. Because of it. I want forever, you, me, these maniacs. Rings, vows, the works. Ryan's heart stuttered. Derek's ghost faded. Yes, he whispered, climbing into Liam's lap, water sloshing as they kissed, slow and sealing. Hands explored renewed, Liam's fingers tracing Ryan's spine, Ryan's nails digging crescents into hips, their rhythm syncing with the wind's howl. But Aspen's idol shattered on return. Victor's masterstroke, a forged email from Liam, greenlighting a rival bid, leaked to investors. Stocks dipped. The board revolted. Liam roared into crisis mode, holing up in the Jets conference nook while Ryan managed home front. "Daddy's fighting dragons," he told the boys, masking fear. Alone, Ryan penned a frantic scene. Betrayal's blade, love's desperate parry. Jax called, "Babe, bail if it tanks you," but Ryan stayed, baking resilience into midnight batches. The high point crashed New Year's Eve. Victor ambushed at the Harrington New Year's bash, Met steps glittering, champagne towers foaming. He cornered Liam by the orchestra, Elena's aunt hovering like a vulture. "Nephew, this farce ends. Resign the deal, or I expose everything Elena's concerns about your inclinations. Letters she left, doubting your fidelity even then, lies, venomous forgeries." But the aunt gasped theatrically. Liam paled. Ryan, overhearing from the bar, surged forward, voice slicing the din. Fabrications from a fraud. Elena loved him, flaws and all. You're the ghost haunting her memory. Victor smirked, waving a manila envelope. Proof says otherwise. Nanny boy. The crowd hushed, phones slyly recording. Liam snatched it, ripping seals, faked stationery. Elena's looping script twisted. Liam's secrets will destroy us. Heart fracturing. Liam staggered back. "You bastard," he choked, but doubt seeded. Had Elena suspected hidden pains? Ryan grabbed his arm. "It's bullshit. Fight." But Liam shrugged him off, storming out into the confetti rain, leaving Ryan amid whispers, the triplets safe with sitters but the family fracturing. That night, the penthouse echoed empty. Liam drowned in scotch, Elena's photo accusing. Ryan knocked, entering unbidden. "Talk to me." Liam whirled, eyes wild. "What if he's right? What if I am the villain? Dragging you into this mess, betraying her shade." Ryan crossed the room, fierce. "You're human, Liam. Love isn't betrayal, hiding is." He pulled Liam close, but the embrace cracked, Liam shoving away. "Leave. Before I ruin you too." Ryan's chest caved, but he held ground. "Not without you." The door clicked shut behind him, but not before a tear traced Ryan's cheek. Love's first fracture, deep as winter ice. January's jaw clenched Manhattan in ice, mirroring the chill between Liam and Ryan. A frost that seeped into every corner, turning the penthouse from haven to mausoleum. Liam buried in war rooms, dissecting Victor's forgeries with forensic accountants. His text to Ryan curt, late meeting. "Kiss the boys." Ryan, hollow-eyed, enforced routines, school runs to the elite preschool on Park Avenue, therapy sessions for the triplets' adjustment, his own script gathering dust. The tabloids feasted. Harrington heartbreak. Nanny flies the coop. Paparazzi hounded Ryan at the bodega, but he dodged with Brooklyn grit, flipping them birds wrapped in grocery bags. The boys felt it keenest. Finn regressed to bedwetting, blaming the mean snowman outside. Milo drew dark scribbles of families splintering. Theo clung to Ryan's leg, whispering, "Don't go." Cookie. Ryan's heart shredded nightly, bunking in the guest room now, staring at the ceiling fan's lazy spin. Jax dragged him to a Hell's Kitchen dive for debrief drinks. slinging arms over shoulders. He's scared shitless. Grief plus scandal? Man's a pressure cooker. Ryan nursed a whiskey sour. Bitter. I get it. But pushing me out? That's the betrayal I can't swallow. Victor's escalation peaked mid-month. A shareholder revolt. Proxies bought with whispers of Liam's instability. The Hudson Yards deal teetered. Billions on the line. Liam's empire a house of cards in a gale. In a desperate pivot, he called an emergency summit at the Rainbow Room, skyscraper views mocking his tumble. Ryan tagged along uninvited, crashing the elevator with coffee carriers, his presence a quiet rebellion. Fuel for the fire, he said, handing out lattes, eyes locking Liam's, pleading, unyielding. The meeting devolved, execs baying for blood, Victor zooming in with oily sympathy. Step down, Liam. For Elena's sake. Liam's knuckles whitened on the table. Then he slid the envelope across. Victor's forgeries. Authenticated fakes debunked by experts. Your game's up. Resign your proxies, or face RICO charges for fraud. Gasps rippled. Victor's feed froze, then blanked. Silence, then applause, tentative, then thunderous. Liam stood, victorious but drained, and in the exodus, pulled Ryan into a service stairwell, the city's hum muffled. I'm sorry, Liam rasped, backing Ryan against concrete, hands framing his face. For doubting. For pushing. Ryan's breath hitched, anger melting to ache. Prove it. No more ghosts. Liam kissed him then, desperate, devouring, tongues tangling as hands fumbled belts, the stairwell a shadowed confessional. Ryan gasped into Liam's neck, legs wrapping waist, friction frantic against rough walls. It was reclamation, Liam thrusting shallow, teasing, Ryan's moans echoing like prayers, climax crashing in waves that left them slumped, spent and stitched anew. But victory soured. Elena's aunt, complicit in Victor's ploy, arrived unannounced that weekend, pearls clutched, eyes red-rimmed. Liam, the letters. I forged them. Victor forced my hand, blackmail over old family debts. Confession spilled. Elena's true words, found in attic boxes, praising Liam's hidden depths, urging him to love boldly, as I did. Liam crumpled, sobbing into Ryan's shoulder as the aunt fled, shamed. She knew, he whispered, and wanted this for me. Ryan held him through the night, the triplets piling on in a tangle of limbs and reassurances. Healing began tentative, family therapy in a sunlit midtown office, where Dr. Lena coaxed truths. Liam's internalized shame from Catholic upbringing, Ryan's abandonment scars from Derek. The boys drew new families, stick figures hand in hand under rainbows. Spring teased early, crocuses poking Central Park paths, and with it, Liam's proposal redux. Not aspen steam, but a quiet dinner at Gramercy Tavern, candlelight gilding Ryan's smile. Marry me, Liam repeated. Ring box velvet under the linen, platinum band with infinity inlays, echoing Ryan's ink. Build this with me. Ryan's yes was laughter tears, sealing with a kiss that tasted of foie gras and futures. The engagement leaked organically, Harrington Air Hunt's happiness. Nanny to fiancé. But this time, cheers drowned jeers, pride flags waving in comments. Yet conflict crested in April showers. Victor, cornered, lashed final, a custody petition, claiming Liam's lifestyle, endangered the boys, backed by Elena's family's signatures, fear over fraud. Court loomed in family supreme, a coliseum of legalese. Liam armored in Armani, Ryan in his best chambray, the triplets in tiny suits, fidgeting in the gallery. Victor's counsel painted horrors. Unstable home, moral decay. Witnesses droned, Reginald, redeemed, testifying loyalty. Jax, vouching Ryan's heart. Then Ryan's turn. On the stand, voice steady as subway rumble. These boys aren't pawns. They're firecrackers. Finn's spark. Milo's mind. Theo's quiet thunder. Liam gave them roots. I give them wings. Our love? It's the wind beneath. He met Victor's glare. You want family? Look in the mirror, yours is broken because you wield it like a weapon. The judge, a no-nonsense Latina with silver streaks, nodded pensively. Recess brought collapse. Liam in the courthouse bathroom, retching nerves, Ryan rubbing his back. We're unbreakable, Ryan murmured, kissing his temple. Verdict dropped post-lunch. Petition dismissed. Sanctions on Victor. Cheers erupted. The triplets mobbed them in hugs, Finn yelling, "We won," as confetti imaginary rained. But the true high tide swelled in June, Pride Month painting the city in rainbows. Liam, once a wallflower, marched with Ryan, hand in hand down Fifth Avenue, the boys on shoulders waving flags, floats thumping Lady Gaga. "This is us," Liam shouted over bass, and Ryan grinned, heart full. That night, post-parade, they celebrated intimate, rooftop under stars. Reginald returned as ally, serving Nana's cookies with champagne. The triplets danced sleepy circles, then bed, leaving Liam and Ryan swaying slow to Norah Jones. "I wrote the end," Ryan confessed, head on Liam's chest. Liam hummed. Spoiler, Ryan pulled a thumb drive. Echo's finale. They choose each other. Every damn time. Liam kissed his crown. Best plot twist. Yet drama lingered. A shadow in summer haze. Ryan's big break landed. A Broadway workshop for Echoes. Derek directing. Of all ironies. Conflict. Liam probed over gelato in Little Italy. Ryan shrugged. Old wounds. But I'm healed with you. Rehearsals pulled him to the fringe district. Late night scripting. Liam minding the fort. Jealousy flickered. Derek's lingering touches. Praise laced with possession. But Liam quashed it, trusting. The betrayal blindsided in August heat. Jax called frantic. Derek's pitching your script as his twisted queer arc into straight tragedy. Ryan confronted at the rehearsal hall, script pages scattering like accusations. You thief, he snarled. Derek smirked. Darling, inspiration's free. Besides, your billionaire muse? Too rom-com for grit. Punches nearly flew. But Ryan walked. Script reclaimed. Heart scorched. He stumbled home at dawn. Penthouse dark save kitchen glow. Liam baking. Sleeves rolled. Flour dusted like a domestic god. Heard? Liam said simply, sliding cookies across. Ryan broke then. Sobs racking as Liam enveloped him, rocking like the boys in fever. You're enough, Liam vowed. Always. Autumn gilded Central Park anew as echoes bloomed. From workshop whispers to off-Broadway buzz, Ryan's name in lights at the Laura Pels Theater. Derek excised like a bad edit. Opening night crackled electric. Velvet seats filled with glitterati. The triplets in bow ties fidgeting beside Elena's aunt. Now ally. Her pearls traded for a pride pin. Liam, front row, squeezed Ryan's hand pre-curtain. dressed in Ryan's flannel over slacks. Quiet claim. Break legs. Love. Ryan. Makeup kissed. Winked. Only if you catch me. The play unfurled raw. A widower playwright unearthing letters from his lost love, only to find his own queer awakening scripted in margins, mirroring Liam's unearthed truths. Audiences wept, laughed, rose in ovations. Critics hailed a tender gut punch, queer joy amid American grit. Backstage, Ryan emerged sweat-sheened, Liam pulling him into shadows for a kiss that tasted of grease paint and triumph. "You did it," Liam breathed. The after-party swirled at a Soho loft, champagne flutes clinking, agents circling, but Ryan anchored to Liam. The boys' yawns a siren call home. Yet the pinnacle pierced deeper, in quiet aftermath. Victor, stripped of proxies and facing indictments, sought atonement. A letter hand-delivered, scrawled in regret. "Nephew, I poisoned what Elena cherished. Forgive, or don't, but know I envy your courage." Liam burned it in the fireplace, ashes swirling like absolved sins, Ryan's arm around his waist. "Human after all," Ryan mused. Liam nodded. "Like us." Wedding bells tolled in October, a ceremony intimate as a heartbeat. City Hall steps under golden leaves, the triplets as ring-bearers in tiny tuxes, Jack's best man with teary toasts, Elena's aunt matron with a locket of her pearls. Vows exchanged simple. Liam's "I choose you," loops and all, Ryan's "Forever's just the start." Rings slid on, platinum promises, and they kissed to cheers. Paparazzi flashes, now allies in the glow. Honeymoon whispered domestic first. A weekend at the Hamptons estate Elena loved, waves crashing like applause. The boys built sandcastles, Ryan and Liam stealing sunset walks, hands laced, talks turning to expansions, adoption dreams, Ryan's sequel script. Nights tangled in four-poster beds, bodies familiar yet fervent. Liam worshipping Ryan slow, lips charting every curve, Ryan arching with gasps that built to symphonies, love's language fluent now. But humanity's arc bent bittersweet. November brought news, Finn's school play casting, Milo's science fair win, Theo's first unprompted, "I love you, Papa Ryan." Yet Liam's checkup revealed shadows, stress-fueled hypertension, a wake-up to mortality's tick. "Slow down," Ryan urged over diner pancakes, the city bustling oblivious. Liam grinned, stealing a bite. "With you? Never." The true crescendo-crested Thanksgiving. Full circle. Extended family gathered. Victor absent but forgiven in spirit. Tables groaning with turkey and toasts. As pies steamed, Liam pulled Ryan aside to the balcony. City lights, a constellation of conquests. "Remember the cookie tin?" he murmured, producing a twin refilled, etched now with their initials. Ryan laughed, tearing up. "Brought us here." They kissed, soft, eternal, the boys' laughter spilling out like grace. Years blurred forward in montage. Echoes to Broadway. Tony nods. Harrington expansions green. Eco skylines rising. The triplets grew. Teens with Elena's fire. Ryan's wit. Liam's drive. Navigating their own queerscapes with parents' steady hands. Conflicts came. Finn's coming out at 16. Teary but embraced. Milo's rebellion via hackathons. Theo's quiet art blooming into galleries. Betrayals nipped, boardroom coups. Script steals, but love's loop held. Mending with midnight bakes and balcony truths. In the end, as snow dusted the penthouse once more, Liam and Ryan sat by the window, gray threading their hair, Boys, now men, home for holidays with partners and tales. No regrets, Liam asked. Hand in Ryan's. Rings worn warm. Ryan leaned in. Cookie crumb on lip. None. You? Liam's smile crinkled eyes. Just grateful for the nanny who stayed. The tin sat between them, empty again, a vessel for memories. Outside, Manhattan pulsed, kaleidoscope of dreams, heartbreaks, redemptions. Inside, their world, a loop unbroken, love's quiet roar. In America's grand, flawed tapestry, they'd woven gold messy, human, utterly theirs. Epilogue whispers, at 80, Liam's hand faltered on the script Ryan penned till last breath. But the words endured and they chose, every dawn, to begin again. The triplets, grandkids orbiting, baked cookies in the old tin, laughter echoing eternal. No end, just echoes, tender, triumphant.